Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another reaction. For those wondering why specifically Crooked by G-Dragon, I am about to get into a big reaction over at Patreon for SBS Gayo the Jun, which is why I checked out the 21 songs that we did on the YouTube channel just now. And I also saw that G-Dragon performed Power as well as Crooked. So I wanted to check out the original music video first, and then I'll check out the 80 to 90% of the performances over at Patreon for Gayo the Jun. And I know that a lot of people are annoyed with the mention of Patreon, but that is where I do live reactions, live performances, TV shows, K-dramas, variety shows, and all the things of that nature. So if you're interested by any chance, check out the link to Patreon. There's a post out there that includes a link to an archive document. You can basically check out the full list, the list of all of the available reactions before actually signing up and making a subscription to Patreon if you are interested in that. So before you subscribe, if you're interested in subscribing, please check out the link first to make sure that whatever it is that you want to see is actually available. And then if it is, then consider subscribing. And obviously, I would greatly appreciate your support in the production of these videos. And another thing that I wanted to mention, because I keep on getting comments about it in every single Big Bang reaction, why don't you react to the videos on the official YouTube channels? The official YouTube channels, the songs are fairly old and they don't have captions. That's like a thing that I noticed with a lot of reactions that I do to older songs by whether it's Big Bang or Shiny or EXO. There's no caption, so I have to resort to searching up for English versions, which are uploaded by another YouTube channel, of course. But if anyone is wondering, the next Big Bang reaction, I'm actually gonna react to their videos off of the official YouTube channel because the captions will be available. With that out of the way, let's get into Crooked by G-Dragon. I looked this song up on Google just to see if there's any meanings or stuff like that, and it seems like the song might be a little bit depressing, which is why I wanted to make sure that I do have lyrics in front of me. So with that being said, let's get into it.
영원한 건 절대 없어. 결국엔 넌 변했지. 이유도 없어. 진심이 없어. 사랑 같은 소리 따윈 집어쳐. 오늘 밤은 삐딱하게 내버려둬. 어차피 난 혼자였지. 아무도 없어. 다름이 없어.
The song makes you want to vibe, but the lyrics make you want to look in the mirror. Oh. Next one is not gonna be so kind though. Ooh. Oh. So he has a giant cross on his chest. Damn.
스프레이 한 통 다 쓰고 가죽 바지 가죽 재킷 걸치고 의상 쓰고 아픔을 숨긴 채 앞으로 더 비뚤어질래 네가 미안해지게
Oh damn.
하늘에 다짐을 쏘아
Oh.
거칠어진 눈빛이 무서워 나 실은 나 위치 두려워져 돌아가고 본데가 되었고 사랑하고 본데 상대였고 멀어져라고 돌이킬 수 없더라고 너 하나 믿고 마냥 행복했었던 내가 우습게 남겨졌어 새끼손 갈아걸고 맹세
Damn, he really took, took a leak there. Like, piss poor. Damn. It blows my mind how incredibly like anthemic the song sounds, but then when you look at the lyrics and you actually watch the visuals and him being like a mess, the sugar-coated comfort that you gave me with a pinky promise that we're gonna stay together. I'm guessing it's about a relationship, and you turn me into like this monster that, is almost like will go out of its way to get hurt. Like, I will push the limits so hard that eventually one of those dudes that I'm provoking, the first one with the girlfriend, didn't do anything to him. The next one might actually knock me out, and I'm actually welcoming it. Like, my life is crooked. My conscience is crooked. Him just being an absolute, like, menace to society, hiding his pain and putting on a facade of, like, a tough gangster bad guy that can do whatever he wants because that's the only thing that will suppress the pain. And I'm guessing the next thing is like probably alcohol or something like that. So that can even fuck me up that much more, because no pain is worse than the pain that I'm feeling, that I'm trying to suppress of our breakup. So I would rather do everything in my power to, go out of my way to be a menace than to face myself. So I found a video with English captions with better quality. Damn.
스프레이 한 통 다 쓰고 가죽 바지 가죽 재킷 걸치고 의상 쓰고 아픔을 숨긴 채 앞으로 더 비뚤어질래 네가 미안해지게 하늘에다 침을 쏘아 캐치 내 말쏘아 거칠어진 눈빛이 무서워 나 실은 나 위치 두려워져
Actually, I'm afraid, yeah.
사랑하고 보는 상대였고 멀어져라고 돌이킬 수 없더라고 너 하나 믿고 마냥 행복했었던 내가 우습게 남겨졌어 새끼손 갈아걸고 맹세했었던 네가 결국엔 영원한 건 절대 없어 결국엔 넌 변했지 이유도 없어.
And like the cross is so symbolic because it's like a representation of having faith, which I lost in you. And you made me lose faith in myself. Yeah, there it is. Honestly, like, I have so much respect for G-Dragon being open like that and vulnerable. Let's take it back. Sorry, talked over. But, like, this is amazing. Like, not everyone wants to show themselves at their most vulnerable, to show themselves crying, to show themselves, freaking out, not feel, like, that feeling of, like, uncertainty, of, like, hey, once upon a time, I didn't know what I'm going to do with my life because, everything was taken away from me. And the person I loved the most ended up leaving me, or I drove away the person that I loved the most. or something among those lines, whether it's relationships or friendships or, family, whatever the case may be. This song obviously is more towards like love. This music video is very relatable in the ways that you deal with pain from whatever you are struggling with, whether it's a relationship, a friendship, a family member, death, whatever the case may be. You can't be by yourself. You always have to either be surrounded by people, and you have to subconsciously tune yourself out, because if you think too much about yourself, you will start losing it. So you need to crank up the crazy and become like a menace, which is what he's doing in the music video, tearing everything. The way that I'm feeling right now, I feel like I need to make everyone else life's a living hell, because only that way I can cope with my life being hell, and I can drive away from my own life, take the focus away from my own life and focus on making everyone else's lives a living hell. But in reality, I'm in that same fucking club in the bathroom stall. Like, that bathroom stall represents that silent piece of you that you have in your mind. Outside all the noise in the club, you go to that bathroom and suddenly it's quiet, and you begin thinking about all the reasons of why you're here, and everything piles up, and you begin to cry because it's like waves of emotions and all that kind of stuff. So it just takes over you. So I feel like it's incredibly beautiful and super vulnerable and admirable of G-Dragon to constantly not be afraid of showing himself at his most vulnerable. Damn. And then the way he fell, almost as if he passed out, uh, because of all the pain or all the alcohol that like everything kind of like came crushing down on him. Like it was really done incredibly well visually. They did a phenomenal job of like him kind of like trying to put on an act of being like a tough guy that doesn't focus on his emotions, when in reality that's the only thing that is keeping him away from reaching that deep end, and falling down a very dangerous path and whatnot. So I am this menace to society, because if I won't be that, I'll crumble. And all I really wanted is just a friend for tonight, and I can't get that, you know. It was absolutely beautiful. Like I feel like if you watch this, if you just listen to the song, and obviously you're not speaking Korean, it's just a fun song. Like you vibe to it. Like I absolutely love the chorus. The melody is beautiful. It's just it's a fun song. But then when you not even look at the lyrics, you look at like the visuals and like the heartbreak and like him trying to masquerade it however way he can. They did a phenomenal job like exposing like the hurt behind all this gangster facade that he was trying to put on, and ruining the day of so many people, because my day is forever ruined because of that person that didn't keep his pinky promise, of being there with me till the very end. He did a phenomenal job. Like this was an incredible music video, very powerful, visceral. I really I almost feel guilty saying I enjoyed it, because it's like I'm enjoying the pain of G-Dragon, but you know what I mean. It's an incredibly enjoyable song with a very strong message. and a very relatable one. All you have to do is, not be in tune with your emotions over something that happened and try to drown it away by becoming a completely different person, thinking that the more you suppress it, the better it will get. And if I don't talk about it, everything is going to be okay. And then one day, you look in the mirror, or you're in the shower, or you just something happens in your life, and then suddenly it makes you think of that very same moment that turned you into like this selfish bastard that wants to ruin everyone else's day because it's just a facade, it's a masquerade, and then your life comes crashing down, and you start realizing that everything that you're doing is just, a coping mechanism, because you don't want to actually be alone. So, the pain of getting like potentially punched in the face or being thrown out of a club is so much better than the pain of like going through this heartache that you're going through. So, which is why you're suppressing it. So, phenomenal job. G Dragon did an amazing job with this one. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If I made any sense, let me know in the comment section, and make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Again, I will be checking out the G Dragon 21 and a lot of other performances over at the SBS Gaio de John performances over at Patreon. If you're interested, check it out, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See ya.